What's up, guys? I know when I buy a new gun or a new piece of equipment or anything really, I like to watch a shit ton of YouTube videos and pretty much just see what people are saying about the product that I'm looking to buy. When it comes to guns, obviously the best reviews, for me at least, are the people who do that for a living, people who review guns for a living or are professional shooters. But there's only so many of those, especially for brands that aren't as well known, like Canik. So I'm sure a shit ton of Glock 19 reviews, not quite as many Canik. So I've got a Canik TP9SF here. I'm just going to talk about real quick for anyone who is considering this gun. I'm just going to go over how it feels, what I like about it, what I dislike, and you can decide for yourself if it's something that you want to buy. So this gun retails for usually around $300. I bought mine in a shop. I think it was $280, and I do have the flat dark earth version. I want to say the all black version was maybe 10 or 20 bucks less, but I like the FDE, so that's what I went with. This is a striker fired pistol. Does not have a hammer. It is full size. I believe it's similar in size to the Glock 17, I want to say. This gun does not have a manual safety, so some people will either really like that or they won't, but that's how it is. I don't know if they offer one, at least a TP9SF that comes with manual safety. There have been a lot of new Caniks come out over the past year or two, so that may be something they offer, but this specific model does not have one. The thing that I like most about this pistol is its trigger. If you've done any amount of research on Caniks, you would probably have come across that they have one of the best stock triggers available. That's one of the first things a lot of people update or improve about their pistols or rifles or whatever, but this one has a really nice trigger out of the box. I want to say it's roughly a 5-pound pull. When you pull on it, it has two walls, so you get to the first one and there's a second one. Oops. This pistol's unloaded. I checked it before I started the video. You get to the first wall, then a second wall, and then it's just a little bit of pressure and a super clean break, very crisp. It's got a real nice reset as well. Let me do it from the other way. So, first wall, second wall, then a little bit of pressure, and a nice clean break. The reset is very short. Right there. It's so short that I always end up going past it when I'm trying to show people. Right there. So that's probably, I would say, one of the main selling points on the Canik. Now, a lot of people have problems, or say they have problems with Canik because it is a Turkish-made gun. Maybe you have problems with the government of Turkey, and I understand that, but I think you'd be a fool to discount this gun because of where it's made, because it is a hell of a gun, especially for that $300 price. It's really nice. This is the one version. It's exactly the same as a regular TP9SF, except it does not come with an extra magazine. I think the regular one comes with a holster too, but I think it's pretty shitty, so that's not really a reason to buy it. This one just comes with the gun, one magazine, a hard case, and that is it. as far as I remember. I think the regular one comes with a mag loader as well. But that's it. It's really easy to break down. Some, seems like usually smaller pistols, but some pistols have a little pin you have to press out. This one does not have that. You just pull back on the slide, pull down right here, and push forward. Comes apart just like that. Barrel is very easy to take out. That's not the barrel. Spring, easy to take out. The barrel pops right out. It's super simple to clean, so that's nice. Let's see, what else about this gun? Magazine holds, I believe, 18 plus 1? 19, no, 18 plus 1. So, good amount of ammo. In case you don't know, this is a 9mm, so 19 rounds if you want to carry one in the chamber. But again, there is no external safety. It does have this trigger safety. You have to depress this red part of the trigger before you can pull on it. The trigger will not move unless you pull on the red safety. The way that works is, you can see inside there, that little red piece right there. I don't know if the camera's focusing on it. Right there is that little red piece that moves when you push it. And that has to move up and out of the way before you can pull the trigger. The trigger won't move unless that's depressed to prevent accidental discharges. This comes with Warren sights. They are dovetailed, so you can move them if you want, left or right, or maybe, yeah, up and down, not left and right. I don't know. I've never moved the sights. I don't know how that works. There's just a little, looks like it takes a little hex wrench and you can move it, but this one's pretty accurate. I've never had to mess with the sights. It's pretty accurate, and it's a larger pistol, so there's not much recoil to it too. Anyone who doesn't know, a lot of people think that when they would get a starter pistol, someone who's not really shot guns before, or a small woman, they think that a small gun would be better for them because maybe it's not going to recoil as hard, but it's the exact opposite. If you're shooting a 9mm, granted it's the same caliber, if you're shooting a small 9mm as opposed to a large full-size 9mm like this gun has more mass to absorb the kick. So the smaller the gun, if it's the same caliber, the more kick it's going to have. So this being a full-size pistol, there's really not much kick to it at all. Let's see, it does have a Picatinny rail here in the front in case you want to mount lights or lasers or any other mall ninja shit you can think of. It's got a serrated section here on the front of the trigger guard. Some people, I guess, shoot like that maybe. I've never shot like that, but it's generally how I shoot. But I guess if you want to put your finger there, that's what that's for. I do have some, what are these pistol grips called? Talon grips on here. These are pretty nice. They make them for a lot of the Canik models. These are the sandpapery version. They also make a rubbery version that's better if you want to carry it. This gun might be, you could carry it, but it's not ideal carry size. The sandpaper definitely has better grip in my opinion, but if you are going to carry it, that's kind of, it's not super comfortable scratching on your skin all day. So you might want to go for the rubber variety. Let's see, I'll just give you a good picture of the gun. Here it is. Also has a loaded chamber indicator up here on top. Not that I've ever used it, I actually forget that it's there. Also has a, what is this called? I forget what this is called, but when it's cocked, there's a little thing back here that shows that the pistol is cocked, and it will show that whether it has a bullet in it or not. Okay, the loaded chamber indicator will not pop up if there's not a bullet in it. This one is broken because I was stupid and I was cleaning it and I pulled up on it too hard. I think I just popped a spring or something. So my loaded chamber indicator doesn't work, okay, in case you're wondering about that. But generally that would be what it would look like. You can see it's up right there. If it was working and there was a bullet in it, it would be up like that. If there was no bullet in it, it would be down, okay? I forget what this thing's called, but you see that red when it is cocked. And then when you shoot it, it goes away, okay? So, I feel like there was something else I was gonna say. Don't really remember what it was. I'm sure it's gonna piss me off when I'm done making this video because I forgot something important. But that's all I've got to say about it. It's a good gun. I'd recommend it. You know, the people in Turkey making these guns, they're not, they don't represent their government. You know, they're just people trying to feed their families like everyone else. I have, well, the point being, I wouldn't say just because it's made in Turkey, that's not a good reason to buy it. Turkey is one of the largest arms producers in the world, and they have some pretty good stuff coming out of there. Okay, maybe not as good as Austrian or American, but for the money, I really don't think that this pistol can be beat. And I love this flat dark earth color. It's pretty accurate the way you guys are seeing it. It's what it looks like in real life. I feel like it's a little darker than a lot of flat dark earth varieties are. This one looks more coyote to me, which is one of my favorite colors on a gun. But yeah, that's it. Sub $300 pistol. It's been reliable. I've got a couple thousand rounds through it. I have not had any stovepipes. I forgot to mention this, I was having trouble with the gun not going back into battery the first couple hundred rounds. Canik recommends that you're supposed to only shoot 124 grain ammo through this, but I think if a pistol can't run steel, then it's not worth shit anyway. So I run primarily steel through this, but they do recommend at least a break-in period of like a couple hundred rounds of that hotter ammo. But they said that the reason that it wasn't going back into battery, and this is a problem that some Caniks have, is because of the spring. I believe that this is a lighter spring that they sent me. It comes with a heavier spring, but if you are having that problem and you email, who imports Canik? Shit. Starts with a C. I'm not a very good reviewer, am I? Anyway, the company that sells Canik in the United States, it's not hard to find, just Google Canik. You'll figure out who it is. It's like their parent company or some shit. Email them, they will send you one of these for free. Ever since then, I have not had any problems with it. It cycles reliably. It's been a great gun. Okay, so that is my shitty review. You probably just wasted 15 minutes of your life. Congratulations. Go fuck yourself.